Welcome to the Business Finance Bulletin, episode 173. Welcome again to the latest Business Finance Bulletin with me, Rob Warlow from Business Loan Services, the commercial finance expert. In this bulletin, tackling business uncertainty, watch out for these financial scams, and Amazon lending given a boost. Well, here in the UK, we seem to have entered into another period of uncertainty. Yes, the whole news around the election, the fact that inflation has reached 4-year highs, all generally has meant that business owners are not feeling as confident as they have been. In previous bulletins, I've mentioned that surveys have reported that small business confidence has been high despite everything hanging around Brexit. But the recent news about the election, as I said, and inflation really does seem to have knocked the stuffing out of business owners' confidence and also consumers. In fact, many businesses that I've been speaking to over the last few weeks have said that there's been a marked drop in sales in many sectors. Now, that's of course a bit worrying. So if you are facing a little bit of uncertainty, what can you do? Well, here are 3 key things that you should be thinking about. Number 1, ruthlessly tackle your overheads. Yet you need to be a lean, mean organization during times of uncertainty. Really look at all your overheads and ask the key question, is that cost adding value to my business? Pick up the phone to your suppliers and challenge them on pricing to make sure that you are getting the very best prices. Step number 2, don't stop sales activity. You really should be hammering out your message about what you do and what benefit you add to your customers. Now is not the time to be holding back on sales. You need to be really proactive and getting out there, moving very quickly and getting your message out to your customers. And the third thing as well, keep your eyes and ears open for opportunities, because it's in times of uncertainty that opportunities present themselves, and you need to move very quick and be very focused on taking advantage of those opportunities before your competitors do. So there we are, 3 quick things that you can be doing to make sure you don't get dragged down into this feeling of uncertainty where many of your colleagues and competitors are currently going to be wallowing. There are opportunities out there, grab them quick and move fast. One increased risk which many businesses in many sectors are facing is that of cybercrime. Yes, fraudsters trying to illegally elicit money from you and your business. But what are these scams? What can you do about it? Well, NatWest has just issued a rather helpful article identifying 3 key financial scams that you could be faced with within your business. Now, the first of them is the bogus boss email. Now, this is an email supposedly from the boss within the business targeting the accounts department and requesting them to make an urgent payment to a company or individual as detailed in the email. Well, of course, it's fraudulent, and the fraudsters have managed to get hold of the boss's email, cloned it, and targeted then the accounts department. So what can you do there? Well, it's a case of making sure that the people in control of the bank account are aware of the possibilities of such fraud and giving them permission to pick up the phone and speak to people within the business to make sure that it is them who has actually sent this instruction. The next one is invoice fraud. Now, this is where you've received an email supposedly from your suppliers saying that they have changed their bank and therefore can you make payments under invoices due to this new bank account, and then all their details are set out in the email. Well, of course, it's fraudulent. There is no such change in the bank details. So what can you do? Well, whilst financially you can argue that you may not have lost, well, of course, you have a duty of care to your suppliers. So the solution, pick up the phone to your suppliers and just say, we've had this email about changing bank details. Is it correct? Recently, I had an email from a supplier where on the footer of their email it said, please note, we will not advise you about changing bank details via email. A great way of just reminding their customers about this type of fraud. And the last one is phishing. This is where literally you'll get emails or calls from fraudsters pretending to be your bank and phishing for information. They will ask for your PIN number and all your passwords. Well, and obviously this is not genuine. And again, what can you do about it? Well, making sure that you don't give private and confidential information out via phone or email. What you should do there, politely hang up and say that you will ring and check with the bank. Go and use a different telephone number and a different phone, give them a call and ask them if it's genuine. So there we are, 3 things to look out for to make sure that you can protect you, your money and your business. In previous bulletins, I've highlighted a number of firms that are not directly operating in the financial services space who've started lending money to its customers. One such company is Amazon. So back in 2011, Amazon launched Amazon Lending. Now it says as it is, Amazon has been lending money to businesses who are selling via its e-commerce platform. So how does it work? Well, Amazon obviously have a very good idea of exactly what businesses are selling in terms of turnover through the platform. Based on that market knowledge, it can go to those customers and it can say, hey, we see that you're turning over £500,000 a year through our platform. We'd like to give you a loan of X, repayable over 12 months. If you think about it, it's very good for Amazon because they have direct control over the income coming in from which it can take its repayment. Amazon are very keen to grow this side of the market. So far they've supported over 20,000 businesses and they're looking to add a further 2 million businesses to its base. So if you are an Amazon seller, go and check on your account to see if you're eligible to join the program. It's a great way to avoid having to go to the high street banks. It's a very quick, simple process to access money to increase the stock levels that you can sell on your Amazon account. Well, that's it for another bulletin. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you did, please don't forget to give it a like and a share. So that's it for this week. Thanks very much for being with me. Have a great, successful and profitable week. See you next time. Bye-bye now.